Hi Suzanne.
Hi Leanne.
Thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Would you be able to clarify your role for us here at IKON?
As a student support officer, my role is to support the students through their studies. So that can come in many different forms. Life impact studies, so sometimes the students are in overwhelm, they're dealing with a lot of things outside of their studies in their own lives that are impacting studies, so they will often come to me to get some support to help them through that. It may be in regards to specifically their studies, how to write an assignment or how to create good healthy study skills. So in the future I will be running study skills workshops and helping them write assignments and put programs in place or just really good structures in order to study, particularly for the bachelor students, because it is a full-time course, full-time study, and so a lot of them may not have been in studies for a while and they don't necessarily know how to really start addressing study, and they forget that sometimes they do need to put aside time in order to do that. So it may be that, it may be in regards to helping them organise their lives. There's lots of different ways, and of course with each student it's different, but where the education support students will support the students through their academic progress, I will actually support the student in relation to the academic progress.
So in terms of the structure, there's a support officer in each state, is that right?
Yes, there is.
So it's quite a good support for the students.
There's a really good support network. I've been on the phone this morning to a couple of students interstate. All the SSOs generally work different days, although we try and be around on the days that the students are in, of course. But I've put some of those Eastern Board students onto the Student Support Officer in Northern New South Wales and in Victoria. So we've got a new one in Northern New South Wales. And they can contact any of us. You know, it's ideal to contact the SSO in their own state, but of course we're all here for all the students.
Great.
Yeah.
If you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey to get here at IKON.
Oh, that's complex. I've always been in the industry of helping people. So I started out initially as a nurse, and then I moved into the complementary therapies industry for about 19 years. That sort of overlapped with a period of going into more energetic healing work and more esoteric work. I studied astrology for about 8 years. I did a certificate, then a diploma, and then 4 years postgraduate studies in Hellenistic, Arabic and medieval astrology. So that's a huge passion for me because I think it really helps me understand myself, my friends and family and clients, and it's really it's a wonderful thing to accept people for how they are and where they're at. And then I came to IKON and did a diploma in counselling. I'd been doing counselling for many years with some of the work that I'd trained in with complementary therapies and doing more esoteric work like breath work. So that involves a lot of counselling. So really the studies that I did here at IKON really consolidated a lot of that information that I already knew and was already practicing, but it gave it a framework, which was wonderful. And then I've been employed at IKON as a student counsellor for several years prior to that role changing into the student support officer role. So I've got quite a few tools under my belt.
Yes.
And this is something very new to me, and it's certainly a steep learning curve insofar as learning the academic side and the admin side of things, but I'm loving it because I just love supporting the students.
Fantastic. Thanks for joining us, Suzanne.
That's a pleasure.